We all know that first impressions are important, but how do you make sure that people not only notice you but also enjoy being with you from the start? For some, making friends is easy, but for others, it's a bit harder. We all want to fit in and be liked, but sometimes it's just awkward to meet new people. It can be hard to be yourself and still try to make a good impression on someone new. If you find it hard to charm others, don't worry. These 10 inspired by Stoicism will help you make a better impression the first time you meet someone, and they might even become your friends. No matter how open or shy you are, these next habits will make people like you even more. Before we get into these tips, let's talk about some other habits that will help you be more charming and enjoy social situations more. Please hit the like button, follow, and turn on notifications if you like what you hear. That way, you'll never miss out on our helpful tips and insights. Ready to be liked right away? Let's dive in. Number 1. Engage in the name game in our everyday interactions, especially in today's fast-paced world. It's easy to overlook the small details. However, remembering and using someone's name is a powerful tool in building rapport and showing genuine interest in others. This is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, which teaches the importance of being mindful and present in our interactions, treating everyone with respect and dignity. Here's a practical challenge for you. Next time you meet someone new, make it your goal to use their name at least 3 times during your conversation. Start by introducing yourself and then repeat their name to confirm it. Like this: "It's nice to meet you, Anna." "Did I get your name right, Anna?" This not only helps you remember their name, but also immediately makes Anna feel more comfortable and connected to you. Continue integrating their name naturally in the conversation. For instance, you might say, "So Anna, what brings you here today?" And later, "Anna." This strategy works well in both personal and professional settings where making a good first impression is important. Why does it work so well from a Stoic point of view? It's because it focuses on empathy and individual attention. When you use someone's name, you're practicing a form of mindfulness, which means you're fully present in the moment and engaged with the person you're talking to. It turns a simple interaction into a more personal and meaningful exchange. This approach not only benefits the other person, but it also improves your own experience. It helps you focus more on the person, moving the conversation away from shallow small talk and toward more thoughtful and engaging dialogue. This fits with the Stoic idea of making connections that are not only polite, but also beneficial. In conclusion, if you want to be recognized as someone who is kind and charismatic, start with this simple step. Remembering and using names correctly can change your interactions, making each one more genuine and meaningful. So let's not just get through conversations. Let's make each one count by showing that we value the people we're talking to. Number 2. Show public admiration. This idea shows a powerful part of human psychology when you talk about other people. People tend to connect the traits you talk about with you. It's as if by calling someone kind, trustworthy, or creative, you're making those traits part of how other people see you. Why matters this much? Stoics work hard to control how they think and feel, and to make the world a better place. When you compliment someone, you are actively changing how they see you. It's a tool that gives you subtle control over your social interactions. For example, if you're at a social event or team meeting and say, "I really admire how dedicated Sarah is to her projects. Her passion is inspiring," Sarah will feel appreciated and everyone else might start seeing you as positive and appreciative. Just to give you an idea, let's say you're at a community event and you publicly praise a local worker by saying, "Jay's dedication to helping others is truly remarkable here." Not only do you talk about how dedicated Jay is, but you also put seeds in your listeners' minds so they start to connect you with the qualities of dedication and helpfulness that you brought up through John. This approach works really well. Studies have even shown that trait passing can happen on its own. Works even if the traits don't really describe the people being talked about. What matters is how constant you are with your words and how sincere you are in them. When you compliment someone, make sure it comes from a place of genuine respect and admiration. By doing this, You align yourself with the Stoic virtues of wisdom and justice. Wisdom in understanding human nature and justice in using your influence responsibly. So the next time you talk about someone, think carefully about the words you use. It's not just about making them feel good. Remember that in the world of Stoicism and beyond, it's about making the world see the real man you are. Your words have power, so let's use it wisely to make others and ourselves better. Third, build trust by being warm and stoic, which are traits of wisdom, courage, and strength. To build relationships, showing warmth is just as important as being fair and justifiable. Why is warmth so important? Well, think about the last time someone greeted you with a genuine smile and an open, friendly attitude. Didn't that make you feel more at ease and maybe even more likely to trust them? Research backs up this feeling. The model of stereotyped content. A well-known theory in social psychology says that people are very sensitive to warmth. This model shows that we trust people who are friendly and warm more than we trust people who brag about their cleverness or wealth. Being warm in this way doesn't mean being overly emotional. It means being friendly, understanding, and not competitive. Imagine you're dealing with someone at work or in your community who is always trying to prove they're the smartest person in the room. Now compare that person to someone who listens, supports, and respects other people's points of view. Who would you trust more? Most likely it would be the person who genuinely cares about others and supports them instead of competing. Being stoic teaches us how important it is to focus on the things we can control, like our actions and attitudes. When we choose to be warm, we not only make others feel valued, but we also build a bridge of trust that will last. This isn't just important in personal relationships, it's also important at work. If your coworkers or clients feel like you care about their well-being, they are more likely to trust you and work with you. Next time you talk to someone, whether it's a coworker, a friend, or even a stranger, show that you're interested in what they have to say by nodding your head and asking questions that show you care. Also, offer to help them without expecting anything in return. These small acts of kindness go a long way toward building trust. In conclusion, while Stoicism often stresses self-control and logical thinking, let's not forget the power of kindness in our lives. Stoic behavior. Being friendly helps people get to know each other better, builds trust, and most importantly, we live out the Stoic virtue of justice by giving others the fairness and kindness they deserve. Number 4. Keep a positive attitude. This may sound simple, but it has a huge impact on how other people see and react to you. Emotional contagion is a psychological concept that means people unknowingly pick up on and mirror the emotions of those around them. It's like getting a cold, but instead of a virus, it's emotions that are spreading. This is where Stoicism fits in perfectly with this idea. Stoicism isn't just about controlling your feelings, it's also about realizing how your actions affect other people. For example, if you walk into a room with a calm, happy attitude, you're not only making yourself happy, you're also setting the tone for everyone else's experience. Your positive emotions are like ripples on a pond, spreading out and making others feel better. Let's use this in real life. You're at a family gathering where everyone is a little tense due to the usual sources of stress. Making plans for a trip, a little family trouble now and then. Watch how the mood changes if you decide to follow the Stoic principles of keeping a calm and positive attitude. Your cousins, aunts, and uncles start to feel calm and happy as they are pulled into your peace and happiness. The mood gets better generally, conversations go more smoothly, and people laugh more often. Emotional contagion is real. When you choose to share positive emotions like happiness, excitement, and contentment, you make the people around you feel better. They start to associate these good feelings with you, making you someone they want to be around for more than just being liked. You become a source of comfort and positivity in their lives. Stoicism teaches us to be aware of our internal states because they affect more than just our own well-being. Every time you interact with other people, see it as a chance to practice respect. 5. Be mindful and try to intentionally feel and share good feelings. Remember that these aren't just fleeting moments. They have the power to shape how people remember and react to you. Maintain eye contact. Stoics believe that the way we treat others can reveal a lot about our own beliefs. When we laugh, it's one of the most honest and open ways we can express ourselves. It shows vulnerability, joy, and comfort. Now, combining this genuine moment with eye contact can turn a casual interaction into something truly memorable. If you're at a friend's dinner party or a neighborhood event, as people gather, light conversations and occasional laughs fill the room. Suddenly, someone tells a funny story or joke that makes everyone laugh out loud. This is the moment you want to connect with this person. It doesn't have to be a romantic interest. It could be a potential friend, coworker, or even a new acquaintance. Why does this matter? When someone laughs, which is a vulnerable emotion, making eye contact makes a shared experience. A moment of us that can't be put into words. It's like you're both recognizing the happiness of the moment at the same time, solidifying your understanding and respect for each other. This practice fits perfectly with Stoic beliefs, which say that we should all see our shared humanity and feelings. To give you an example, think about Mark as a young worker who is going to a networking event. He's shy and finds it hard to talk to people he doesn't know. But when the speaker makes a joke that makes everyone laugh, Mark breaks out in a smile. Mark tries to look at the people around him. Each shared glance during laughter breaks down his walls of shyness, letting others see how warm and approachable he is. By the end of the event, Mark has several people come up to him to start conversations, feeling like they've already shared a positive moment. So the next time laughter fills the air, remember that it's more than just a chance to share joy. It's a chance to make deep, meaningful connections. Smile, look people in the eye, and share that happy spark. Being present and building emotional bonds based on the principles of Stoicism through shared glances is a strong way to do both. Laughing helps us connect with each other more deeply and build a community based on mutual respect and understanding. If you've made it this far, please take a moment to stop reading and leave a comment below with "Awesome." Make this small move to show that you're determined to become a better person. Let's move on to number 6. Listen carefully and ask questions. In the busyness of our daily lives, real listening is like showing respect. It's more than just hearing words. It's an active participation that can turn everyday conversations into important interactions. This practice comes from Stoic ideas that stress how important it is to focus on others and show genuine attention without expecting anything in return. For example, think about this situation. During a break at work, a coworker starts talking about a recent project that had some big problems that needed to be solved. Instead of just nodding along, ask more in-depth questions like, "What was the biggest problem you faced in this project and how did you solve it?" Or, "What did you learn from managing this project that you'd use in the future?" These questions show that you are paying attention and also encourage your coworker to share valuable experiences and insights. Allowing others to talk about their experiences and points of view not only helps you understand them better, but also makes the conversation more collaborative and interesting. Encouraging others to do so makes them feel seen and valued, which is a powerful way to build rapport and trust in Stoicism. This practice reflects a fundamental principle of leading with curiosity and kindness without seeking immediate personal gain. By adopting this approach, you naturally attract people as they are drawn to those who give them the space and respect to express themselves freely. So the next time you talk to someone, whether it's at work, at a casual meetup, or with family, remember to actively listen and ask thoughtful questions. This shows that you care about and respect them and also makes your bond stronger, showing that you are serious about living by the 7 Stoic ideals. Number 7, admit some flaws. It may seem counterintuitive at first, especially in a world that values perfection. But accepting our flaws is not only a relief, it can also make us more likable right away, thanks to something called the pratfall effect. For those who aren't familiar with it, the pratfall effect is a psychological phenomenon that says making a small, non-critical mistake can actually make you more likable. Because sharing your flaws can help people connect with you more. After all, everyone has them. This idea of letting others feel closer to you fits very well with Stoic ideals. Stoicism tells us how important it is to be true to ourselves and know what makes us unique. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic thinkers, wrote a lot about how important it is to accept your flaws and learn from them. He thought that our flaws are not only inevitable, but necessary on our way to becoming good. Let's apply this to real life. Imagine you're at a social event, and someone tells you about a mistake they made while learning something new. Instead of judging, most people respond with empathy, and the mood changes to one of mutual understanding and support. This makes it easier for everyone to connect on a deeper level because they feel safe enough to share their own experiences and weaknesses. Stoic practice also puts a lot of stress on self-reflection and continuous improvement. When you admit your flaws, you're not only being honest with others, you're also encouraging constructive feedback and a growth mindset. But that doesn't mean you should only think about your flaws. Instead, it means finding a balance between recognizing your flaws and praising your strengths. Think about a time when you tried to hide a mistake at work because you were afraid of being judged or having bad things happen. Now compare that to a time when you admitted the mistake, learned from it, and went on. The second case probably caused you less stress and more learning, showing a calm way of dealing with life's inevitable problems, or basically, being honest about your flaws isn't about underselling yourself. It's about showing that you are a work in progress just like everyone else. By doing this, you make a real connection with others who will likely admire your bravery and honor. Everyone should remember that perfection is a lie, and that our flaws are just stepping stones on the way to becoming better. So the next time you mess up, don't hide behind a mask. Instead, use it as a chance to connect, grow, and show what you're made of. True strength. Being honest with other people will make them like you more, and also bring you closer to the wise lessons of Stoicism. Number 8. Stress common beliefs. There's something almost special about meeting someone who shares your beliefs and way of life. It's like finding a soulmate in a crowd. It's not just about sharing hobbies. It's about connecting on a deeper level that goes to the core of who you are. In the world of Stoicism, this is very important. Stoics think that you should live your life based on virtue and wisdom, which includes things like fairness, courage, moderation, and wisdom. When you meet someone who shares these values, you instantly connect with them because you're both trying to live a good life. For example, let's say you're at a community volunteering event and start talking to someone. As you talk about why you both chose to volunteer, you find out that they too want to live a good life and give back to the community, which are important ideas in Stoic philosophy. This shared dedication to virtue makes an instant link that goes beyond just volunteering together. It sets the stage for a relationship based on mutual respect and shared values. This is how they are alike. When people consciously look for things they have in common, especially things that are in line with Stoic principles, they naturally feel closer and more at ease with people who share their values and attitudes. When you meet someone new, don't just talk about the weather or the news. Dig a little deeper and ask about their life philosophy, the values that guide their decisions, or the virtues that they admire the most. You might find that bringing up these shared Stoic values not only makes you more likable, but also brings you together with people who will enrich your life and help you grow as a person. Building a community where everyone works to become wise and good together is what it's all about. Isn't that a great way to go through life? Stoics believe that people should have a sense of humor, even though the main focus seems to be on self-control and endurance. There is a strong focus on encouraging good relationships and understanding between people. In this situation, humor isn't just meant to make people laugh, it's also meant to bring people together and make them happy. It's a way to open hearts and build bridges. We all know that laughter not only makes people happy, it makes them laugh in the first place. Studies show that when we laugh, our brain releases chemicals called endorphins that make us feel good and can quickly ease pain. Laughter also makes us breathe more deeply, which stimulates our heart, lungs, and muscles, and gives us a general sense of well-being. From a Stoic point of view, these aren't just physical benefits. They're also chances to practice the virtue of joy, which makes us better people and improves how we deal with others. Someone who makes people laugh does more than just break the ice. They weave a thread of shared humanity and joy that makes everyone feel better. When you use humor in everyday situations, try to make it seem normal and right for the situation. Stoicism teaches us the importance of timing, making sure that our humor fits the scenario and the people we are with. For example, in a stressful workplace, a well-timed joke can ease tension and bring the team together. Imagine you're in a meeting where emotions are high and the team has a tough deadline to meet. A little humor, like a gentle joke about how you failed at meeting deadlines in the past, can lighten the mood and make your coworkers smile. Reminding everyone that progress is more important than perfection, the Stoic must be careful with humor. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Translated into the realm of humor, this means avoiding sarcasm and jokes that could hurt others. The goal is to uplift, not put down. Humor should be inclusive and serve to strengthen the bonds between people, rather than to point out their differences or flaws in your daily interactions. Look for chances to add real, thoughtful humor. Share a funny thought or story, or just laugh honestly with others as they talk about their happy times. Remember that you want to make a good contribution to society that improves not only your own mood, but also the moods of those around you. Having a sense of humor isn't just a way to make people like you or laugh. It's also a basic Stoic practice that improves your own and other people's health. As we continue to study Stoicism, it's about how to use laughter to bring kindness, connection, and joy to the people we meet. Let's remember to laugh not only at the silly things that happen in life, but also with each other as we celebrate our journey through life. Being a little vulnerable can seem counterintuitive in today's fast-paced world, where first impressions often determine the course of a relationship. You might wonder, should I really open up to someone I barely know? It's natural to guard our deepest fears and insecurities, especially around new people, saving that kind of openness for our closest friends and family. After all, vulnerability is traditionally seen as a sign of closeness. But here's a Stoic ancient philosophy teaches us the value of being true to ourselves and living in line with our true nature. If you choose to hide your true feelings, you might unintentionally create a sense of inauthenticity. Other people can often tell, and it might make you look dishonest or even untrustworthy, which can make you feel uncomfortable or cut off. Think about the story of Ko the Younger, a famous Stoic who was known for being honest and trustworthy. He never hid who he really was, even in public, which sometimes meant showing his weaknesses. Being honest didn't make him weak. Instead, it showed how strong and brave he was, earning him respect and admiration. By being honest in small ways, you build trust and show that you value honesty and courage. This makes you more likable and relatable. For example, at a networking event or casual meetup, instead of making small talk, you share a real problem you're having or admit a personal quirk. This doesn't just break the ice, it breaks it, inviting people to connect with you on a deeper, more personal level, making it possible for meaningful ties to happen. Being your true self doesn't mean you have to talk too much or make every exchange an emotional confession. Balance means letting people see a little of your real self. Being a little vulnerable not only makes people more likely to like you, but it also helps you build better, more honest relationships. This is one of the most important lessons in Stoicism. By accepting and expressing our true selves, we can make real connections with others and live a happier life. As we wrap up our talk today, I want to stress how important it is to be your true self. To be truly likable, you have to accept your flaws and strengths as they are, and let your true self shine through in your relationships. Remember that honesty and trust are not just buzzwords. They are the building blocks of meaningful connections with anyone, whether they are friends, family, or acquaintances. This morning, we talked about 10 strategies that can make your daily contacts much better. If you've started using any of these strategies, we'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below to tell us about your journey and share it with our community. Your thoughts might encourage someone else to take a step toward more genuine relationships. If you like this video, please show your support by liking and sharing it. Your participation helps us reach more people and inspires us to make more content that you'll enjoy. Also, don't forget to follow and click the bell icon to make sure you never miss our updates. Please watch the movies that are shown on your screen right now. They were carefully chosen to go along with what you've learned today and give you more tools and tips to improve your relationships and personal growth. Thank you so much for watching and for being an active member of our community. Until next time, we hope to bring you more interesting material. Keep building real connections and watch how they change your life for the better.